Welcome back. I hope that you all had a good weekend. Last week we talked about asking for help and that sometimes we may feel worried and scared to do this. We also thought about which value heroes help us to overcome our fears and encourage us to understand that asking for help isn't giving up. Asking for help is refusing to give up. Let's remind ourselves of our value heroes. You are so good at remembering these. There's respectful Rio for respect, determined Darby for resilience, confident Clyde for confidence, kind Kelby for kindness, inclusive Imi for inclusive, and aspirational Adley for aspiration. I've spoken to lots of your adults, especially adults with children in Year R, and they tell me that you are using our value heroes to help you at home too. That is great to hear. Keep up the great work. On Saturday, the 10th of October, it is World Mental Health Day, which helps us to remind ourselves about being kind to ourselves. As you know, we've been reading the text, The Boy, the Mole, the Fox and the Horse by Charlie Mackesy. In part of the story, the mole said, being kind to yourself is one of the greatest kindnesses. He then says, we often wait for kindness, but being kind to yourself can start now. It is so important to remember this, especially during a time when our lives have changed considerably as a result of the COVID-19 pandemic. We are missing our friends that we usually play with. We may not be able to see some of our family. We may not be able to go to places that we used to. What things can you do to help you feel good and be kind to yourself? Great ideas! Talk to someone you trust about how you are feeling. Go outside and get some fresh air. Listen to your favourite music. Keep active. Run around or play games. Eat lots of healthy food. Have a good night's sleep. How do you feel today? Has your feelings changed throughout the day? How many feelings can you think of? Let's continue the story.
Sometimes I worry you'll all realise I'm ordinary, said the boy. Love doesn't need you to be extraordinary, said the mole. We all need a reason to keep going, said the horse. What's yours? You three, said the fox. Getting home, said the boy. Cake, said the mole. I've discovered something better than cake. No, you haven't, said the boy. I have, replied the mole. What is it? A hug. It lasts longer. Nothing beats kindness, said the horse. It sits quietly beyond all things. Sometimes, said the horse. Sometimes what? Asked the boy. Sometimes just getting up and carrying on is brave and magnificent. How do they look so together and perfect? Asked the boy. There's a lot of frantic paddling going on beneath, said the horse. The greatest illusion, said the mole, is that life should be perfect. Is it like the moon? Asked the boy. It's a teacup stain, said the mole. And where there's tea, there's cake. Be curious. Life is difficult, but you are loved. So you all know about me? Asked the boy. Yes, said the horse. And you still love me? We love you all the more. Sometimes I think you believe in me more than I do, said the boy. You'll catch up, said the horse. The fox never really speaks, whispered the boy. No, and it's lovely he is with us, said the horse. To be honest, I often feel I have nothing interesting to say, said the fox. Being honest is always interesting, said the horse. There's something I haven't told you, said the horse. What's that? Said the boy. I can fly, but I stopped because it made other horses jealous. Well, we love you, whether you can fly or not. Is your glass half empty or half full? Asked the mole. I think I'm grateful to have a glass, said the boy. We don't know about tomorrow, said the horse. All we need to know is that we love each other. When the dark clouds come, keep going. When the big things feel out of control, focus on what you love right under your nose. This storm will pass. After the storm, we have such a long way to go, sighed the boy. Yes, but look how far we've come, said the horse.
During the story, the horse says, we all need a reason to keep going. He then says, what's yours? The fox says, horse, the boy and the mole. The boy says getting home and mole says the cake. What helps you to keep going and not give up? Share your ideas with your adult in your class. Horse then says, nothing beats kindness. It sits quietly beyond all things. What did horse mean by this? Have a think about reasons why horse said nothing beats kindness. Do you agree? When they see the swans, the boy recognises how together and perfect they look, but horse says there's a lot of frantic paddling beneath. Sometimes when we look at each other, we may think that everything is okay, but inside, people may find things difficult, a bit like the swan frantically paddling feet beneath the water. How can we look after each other as well as ourselves? Share these ideas with an adult. In this story, we are reminded that when the dark clouds come, keep going. What does it mean by the dark clouds? What else could it mean? The dark clouds could mean different things to different people. It could mean not being able to see your friends, or it could mean finding things difficult in class. It also said, when the big things feel out of control, focus on what you love, right under your nose. Right under your nose could mean things right in front of you and things you have close to you, like friends, family, trusted adults at school, home. We are also reminded that this storm will pass. This storm also means the dark clouds. If we all continue to show kindness to each other and show kindness to ourselves, this storm will pass. In the last part of the story I read today, the boy said, we have such a long way to go. But the horse said, yes, but look how far we've come. For many of us, we may think that all the different things we and our adults have to do, such as wear masks, come to school at different times, and stay in our own class bubbles, will never go away. But we have come so far already. We are all used to these routines, and this has not stopped us feeling happy. This has not stopped us from learning. This has not stopped us from being who we want to be. I want you all to take time to reflect and think about what you could do to be kind to someone else. What could you do to be kind to yourself? If you have time, you could share these with your adult. Thank you for listening to today's assembly. Have a great week and be kind to yourself and each other. Bye.